we should be able to cast a spell, walk until this 10 fathom place, walk up to the other side, or if we have enough time, we could just go around, get to these singing cliffs. Um, Now, this wreck of the Solaris, I imagine, is where this anchor is. And so
Now, if you,
Sprite found this in a bedpost?
yeah,
Crazy.
and you're starting to realize now that these items up in this attic weren't Bjorn's.
They were his brothers, or this Captain Vama,
And
whoever.
actually, you think that he married one of the sisters,
That Bjorn did, or Vama?
Gamma.
With a
So
cursory.
that would make Vama his brother-in-law, not his brother.
Yeah.
Right.
Ah.
With a cursory look
Now this
into Vama's notes and everything, would he have written anything else on the Moon Isle Atoll?
Okay, roll intelligence check. And it's going to be plus 10 because...
I rolled a 2.
Wow. Okay, there's some entries about how he spent, how he brought materials for his friend Kalen. Kalen, he said, Kalen at the moon atoll. And he talks about how he brought him like sugar and a bunch of just rudimentary flour and a bunch of rum. And really expensive rum. He actually made a point of that in his journals. He said, Kalen always demands the best. Well, as long as he gets his rum, he's a happy fellow. Indeed. I hope he's doing okay. And these entries seem to indicate that this Kalen guy was some sort of hermit that may be at the atoll.
Mm-hmm.
And he used to bring him materials and stuff. And that entry was dated probably, let me think. A couple years ago.
Okay, so before journeying there, we got to get a nice bottle of rum.
Something happened to Vama a couple years ago.
Is there a latest entry? Like, where is it some near there that the passages stop, or he had some mission he was going to, or people he owed money to, or something?
There is indications that he was connected to powerful political figures in Port Tolly, for sure. In fact, this Captain Vama, who was a former slave to a very powerful character, until through means of his own, he got his own freedom and rose into the ranks until he had commanded his own ship. He apparently was a pirate, was Captain Vama in some senses. They'd call him that. He seems to have been tied up with the slavers, and he had done something that had incurred their wrath. And he indicates in there that he's might be a fugitive. There could be a price on his head. The slave lords are hunting him. And so he said, and he hinted, there's strange hints in there about him finding I'm going to finally retire, and I'm going to find this place. And Kalen saw him like 2 years ago, and he said he brought stuff to Kalen a couple years ago, and brought him some, like sugar, and like I said, his finest brandy and rum. And Kalen was apparently some old school hangout buddy, drinking buddy, fellow pirate, and perhaps a recluse at this point. So a lot of interesting things. You guys are And his sisters, their fate is kind of unknown at the moment. It seems they were betrayed. There's some tragedy here. This cult who worship Bladabloop, the own unholy goddess of the deep sea,
Oh, It's a good thing we're going right into the ocean.
Well, and like I said, now we fast forward now to the moment when you guys were going back, or actually reverse, and you realize that this Zune guy is gone. His body's gone, and you look at the pool, and you could investigate. I guess you could find his bones down there, maybe. But he did somehow manage to drag himself into the pool, or somebody put him in there.
Could we? I guess it'd be hard for us to tell if something dragged him into it. Like if maybe this goddess, this is one of the ways they could talk to her was by summoning her through this swirl of fish or something, and she could pop up and talk to him.
Good
And she
call.
must have dragged him in.
Yes. You reckon? Yes, and you suddenly all have goosebumps. Who's there? And looking, you realize that the blood marks and the scrapes, it was his body was just basically dragged in the pool by something.
It wasn't dragged there by somebody on the stones. It was dragged there by somebody in the water. Reached out, grabbed him, pulled him into the water.
Yes.
Possibly.
Divine intervention, perhaps.
Yeah. Well,
Ooh.
we should try to consecrate this place or destroy it.
Burn the place down. Bring it. Well, like this Captain Vama guy, technically, was an owner or of a partner of controlling interest in this pub.
Oh, for sure. We wouldn't destroy it by any means, but like consecrating it.
Oh no, not destroy it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Boudica, would you be able to take something along the lines of a bless or a consecrate type spell the next day and go back in there and consecrate the pool and the surrounding spa?
Well, I had intended on praying to try to consecrate the area or at least neutralize it. A bless spell, by its pure definition, is for players, and I think a consecrate spell is a much higher level set of spells that I do not have.
What you can do.
I don't know how powerful your cleric is yet.
Well, being
Jeez.
a proficient cleric, you could also get some holy water and use that to actually wash down everything in a holy, magical way. It would
Now
take
that's
a lot.
fair.
Yeah, it would take a lot of holy water, and you'd be praying the whole time and using the moon cycles or something. I don't know, let you come up with how your method would work. But
Yeah.
you are a cleric, so you're proficient in doing clerical ceremonies and stuff and purifying evil. If you have time, and yeah.
Okay. Well, I will message you with a couple of ideas and see what you think.
That's for a bit later time. We could have Scott play with us at this point. There'd be a party of 4. I was gonna say you guys could wait a couple days while he heals and recovers, and cast a couple cure light wounds, guzzle a potion, and he'd be up.
Yeah, one of the things we could do, because we could all help him out, but if I'm not really needed, I would have definitely been studying more of Vama's entries and tried to learn more about him, as well as if we want to go into the first portal and get back to Port Toli, I might have gone and visited the Giants if I could.
At this point, Jim, I have a session planned for that.
Okay.
Coming up, yeah. At this point, there is some closure. There was a hook about a dagger called the Leviathan.
I wrote that one down too, yes.
Yeah, and it was something sought after by Bloop.
Well, there's a good chance that we might find this treasure in the wreck of the Solaris, which is either at this point that's 10 fathoms or the anchor. So it depends how far. Okay, hold on. Let me think. Okay, so that far is 1,000 feet. So it's 1,000 feet from this point on the map to this point. I guess it depends how deep the water is. I guess at that point it'd be 10 fathoms.
That's about 60 feet deep. That's pretty deep.
Yeah. But I think we'd actually be able to cover quite a bit of ground in all that time. We'll have to fend off this lurker, but I don't think I need to concentrate once I cast this spell.
Hmm.
And yeah, okay. So that's neat. That'll be fun to try. If I would have gathered this information before, Darren, I would have what's it called? Could I change my spells, assuming that like we're going at this in a new day?
Well, I was going to send a message to Scott saying that, we could use another body if he wants to play. If you guys, there's no real time emergency at this point. So if he wants to play,
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, wait 2 days.
Yeah, Zhang could do a few of the other things she's had on her list and just say like, let me know when you plan to go back in there. I'll be over in the morning. And that way we could go in prepared.
Yeah, because I don't know where Brad is or Nestor, so they're off doing their own thing, and you guys are like, well, you remember hearing about this ghost, and actually, whenever you use the gates, she comes out. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
And she goes around, and she seems to ignore you, and she's looking for her sisters.
There's no way we can like put her to rest.
Well, there is.
In the meantime, I mean, like, I know that if we find out what happened to the sisters or find out like do something in that regard, it will help. But I mean, like, is there a spell or something that we could do to kind of put her at ease right off the bat? Or
Yeah, I know what you mean. Tough call.
mm-hmm.
If you had speak with dead,
Yeah, no.
right? You got to think that way, right?
Yeah, exactly. You can see what exactly she needs.
Clerics have those spells, and utility spells come in handy in role-playing situations, big time. So Boudica's going to spend a couple days creating some holy water, and
She'll just have to boil the hell out of it.
In more ways than one.
yeah. So she's thinking about ways to purify this spa and maybe return it back to its former glory. Who knows, guys? Get to open up this 4-star resort.
Mhm.
Boudica and Zhang's beauty boutique.
Nice. All right. So it looks like it is the three of us. And unless Brad is going to join, I was kind of stalling for a bit. Hope you guys aren't in a real hurry or anything.
Yeah, I'm good for quite a while.
Cool.
It's Friday night. I'm good for 3 hours or so.
Perfect.
Don't have to worry about work or anything tomorrow. So,
while I do, it's I don't go to work till 9:30. So
Nice.
Thanks. Well, Thrandrew comes in handy. Tough ranger.
Well, I guess that's one of the things we could do is we could leave behind a note to Nestor, whoever is going to be watching over the keep, and say, one of the other guys.
That's a good idea, Jim. You're always thinking, buddy. Last time it came in handy with Harrison.
That was blind luck. I was just like, oh, it's so cool. Let's write a note.
we got no idea what we're stepping into. We got no time. We got to go now.
Yeah.
Hey, so we're going into the tropics.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Sandals, sky blue onesie, and a chain whip, and away we go.
G-strings and
And okay, I've got something prepared. What I'm going to do before we open the portal, I'm going to warn everyone. Listen, it's kind of hard to gauge exactly how far we are going to be off of the water. So I'm going to cast Featherfall on all of us. So we'll be able to get right down real easy. And I can walk on water, but I don't know if the spell enables you guys to as well. I'm just reading it quick.
I can swim, so if we have to make a choice here, I can swim.
Yeah, but the lurker could be near.
Yeah.
Okay. It says the affected immediately assumes the mass of a feathery piece of down. So I figured that means we can actually walk on water as well, because that's part of my psionic ability.
You know what, Jim? You can cast that spell as a weapon.
It says it can't affect blows, sword blows, or a
No,
charging
no.
creature.
You can cast it on other people. They'll float up, and you can just go whoop. You can levitate them into the air.
Really?
Yeah. What's the range?
10
Right?
feet per level. So
Yeah.
holy shit. That's
So you
insane.
could point at people and just whoop, up you go. See you later.
That's so fun.
Especially if it's windy outside.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, and then they're sitting there flapping their arms.
That's so funny. Yeah, no saving throw.
Yeah, you got to think outside the box with spells like that, right?
There's a really good combination. If I take Wind Wall and that, I could just, get max 4 different people in the air and then cast Wind Wall and blow them away.
Awesome.
And away they go.
Ah, shit. Well, that would have been good for today, but I had some other ideas. I do
So-
have. Okay, here is one thing though. So what I might do is I can use my psionic ability, the body equilibrium, to
Mhm.
cast Featherfall on us, and I actually did take Featherfall as a spell, so I might be able to do that. That's fun. That's hilarious.
And I think Scott may join us. We could use a fighter.
Yep.
A good tentacle basher comes in handy.
Nice. You want to slice tentacles.
Anything hurts.
No.
Not necessarily.
Okay, octopus is not my specialty. I'm more of a extra planar mage.
Invertebrate. Silly invertebrate. All right. So Scott may join us here, and you guys I'll give you a moment to get ready. I'm just going to go for a bio and refresh my drink, and we're going to go into the tropics, I think.
Okay, okay.
Like feathers.
I'm gonna fill up my water glass here too. I'll be back in a minute.
So you've had a chance now, Boudica, to get your spells lined up.
Yes, and I do have them now.
Nice. And I sent you the wrong friggin' map. Okay, well, whatever. It is what it is. Try not to look too much at that map I sent you. It has stuff that only the GM was supposed to see. Don't look at it. So you guys ready? I was hoping Scott might join us. Think so.
Maybe. I don't know.
And are you ready, Zhang?
Zhang's good to go.
Okay. And I don't know where Nestor is. He's always hit and miss. I always play him like that too, I suppose. It's like, well. Oops. I said hecky to him, not hello. Probably insulted him in Korean or something. Hecky! You asshole! You ready, Boudica?
Yes.
Now, at this point, Boudica, you have the +2 scimitar?
Yes.
And did you take the specialties with it and stuff? You got that through your
I did
transition?
specialize in it. Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, remember that. You're a new, in some ways, person.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Darren. Another thing I wanted to mention on some of the downtime when I'm studying the star, the newest thing I really want to keep measuring is the weight and everything. See if whatever's inside is getting bigger, or if it's just like a shell holding a thing. I mean, that's something for another time. But I just wanted to let you know that that's
It's bigger.
yeah.
The whole thing's
Yeah.
bigger. You realize
Yes.
you're like,
It's growing. I don't know.
And actually, when you take the measurements, it's growing exponentially.
I see. We're all dead.
And it's now about the size of a basketball. And it only started about, when was it? That one session
Yeah, where it turned the aquamarine or whatever color.
when they lasered it.
I see.
And then it started so slow you didn't notice.
Yeah.
And then the exponent was so low, right?
Yeah, and then it just
Like a hundred of the thousandths decimal point.
yeah.
And then now it's slowly crept up and it's starting to show the mass. And you estimate it's probably 6 times the mass when you found it.
Yeah, geez.
And you did also see something move inside. It's gone into some embryonic stage.
Yeah, more metamorphosis kind of thing, or
Yeah, as before it was just like yolk,
Yeah.
right?
well, I guess we've got a new pet. This is one of the things that I wouldn't want to probably bring with us on this little journey.
It's getting heavy now too.
Yeah, exactly. So
Where are you going to put it?
I'll
And
have
how
to.
could you protect it? Now this is a big question, right?
Yeah. Now, one of the things I was thinking of doing was the locate object, because in the same vein you can hide an object, and that lasts for a certain amount of turns. So I would take that as well
Jim,
as
I just
yeah.
had a quick thought. Imagine when you get permanency, you put that on Mordenkainen's Faithful Hound.
Yeah, that would be super cool. Just have a permanent Mordenkainen's Faithful Hound.
Oh yeah, watchdog
Yeah.
at your door. Anyway,
A permanent watchdog, yeah.
oh yeah, loyal.
Actually, yeah, I'm just going to double check. That's a better idea than the object location thing. Ooh, I'll be back. in a moment.
Nestor, how you doing? You are muted. If you don't,
Doing good. Listen, this is about some Spotify. Current
Oh, yeah?
song is Return of the Mac.
I don't know that one.
It's done by Mark Morrison. Pretty good one.
So, can you bring Sprite with us?
Yeah.
Yeah?
You just need Roll20 to load.
Last session, he missed out. He was staying at the manor, and everyone disappeared.
Yeah.
And he was walking around for probably, half an hour.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, they all stumbled back in out of nowhere, came downstairs, and they were dragging Gwyden, who was a bloody mess, unconscious, and they were all kind of beat up a bit, and they're all wet and slimy and bloody, and they'd been through, they'd cleansed out this cult that was in the basement of this big pub, and they tell you this stuff. There's this gate up in the attic, and there's another one they found that goes to this tropics.
There are possibly 3 portals, and
he was,
yeah,
he was like, he had his door shut. He had it soundproof, so nobody could hear his experimentation.
Crank and rush.
Alchemy, which kind of also happened to work the other way, where he couldn't hear them leave.
Yeah, he just gapped out, right?
So he just
puffing on the pipe.
He was just doing some alchemy experiments. And
you come back out in the living room. They come down the stairs. We're in the attic. Holy crap! And they tell you what happened, and you're just like, "What?
Yeah,
wow!"
There's a bunch of objects in the attic that, when you say one of the names of these 3 women that are in this painting, it opens a portal to this place. So the eldest daughter, girl that we kind of figured, it took us to this one area, and this cult who praised this evil amphibian goddess named Bleep Blotto Bloop were trying to kill us, and we wiped them out, except one of the acolytes got away, and we found that this portal actually takes us down to the city of Port Toli, and it's like whoever
huge city.
Bjorn, the guy who had this manor, his sisters must have been these women, and there's this other character that we started learning about named Captain Vama, who is a brother-in-law to him, and he's this kind of like a pirate. He escaped. He climbed up out of the slave sort of group.
Out of character. I think I know this name before. I think I recognize that name.
Keep it to yourself. There are some. Yeah, Nestor's an old school player from a year and a half ago or so.
I was like, Vama?
Oh yeah, and I've tied in a couple characters from that era into this game, and Vama is one.
And so we're reading.
Oh man.
Reading through his journals and stuff, and we found this map, which is on the Roll20 page right now, the Moon Isle Atoll, and so we're just kind of figuring out our way to get through there. And
just curious, does an entry say anything out of character about a raven taking out an eye out of character?
No. So far, haven't found that.
Of course, he would leave that section out.
Yeah, and the painting you saw of Vama, and you found them in the attic. There's a whole bunch of them there. He does have an eye patch.
Oh, classic.
And it actually happened in our adventure. And that's why Nestor knows he actually was playing. Remember, ravens and crows have a 10% chance of plucking an eye.
Yeah. Same with Harrison's familiar Joe, the crow.
Right. Yeah. You could sick them, boy. But they're very weak. They have like 1 hit point. All right, so
you lose an eye. That fucks up your entire adventure career.
All right.
So there's some mystery in this last portal, or there's 2 other portals. The other one, it didn't work. Remember?
Yeah, we need to go back to it. I just got to go grab my tea. I'll be back in a moment.
Okay. Yeah, because there were 3 names, and they activated, you've presumed, 3 portals. And so far, only 2 have worked, and 1 just didn't. And so there's, the names are, what are they? Sophia, Marcella.
And Gabriella.
Gabriella. Gabriella worked, and as did Sophia, and Marcella did not. And Gabriella takes you back to Port Toli. Sophia brings you to this Moon Isle Atoll. apparently has a lot of mysteries tied up into it, and a shipwreck, singing cliffs, other symbols in the lurker, which kind of gives you a bit of creeps. Kind of reminds me of Call of Cthulhu or something. I'll bring you guys just for a second to the Green Dragon Inn. Now, at this point, you guys were only at the Green Dragon Inn for about 4 or 5 minutes total, because you had Gwyden was in rough shape and you wanted to get him out of there. So you retreated after the battle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they were
we
only
really
gone for like
chased
5
that
minutes.
one guy down.
Hmm.
No wonder he didn't even notice you guys left. He was experimenting for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. So again, my apologies. All my sound effects are not working. I'm really bummed because I had a bunch planned and a whole bunch of sound effects of jungles and all sorts of neat stuff. And I can't even find them now. It's actually completely bugged out. Like normally I could go into this search engine and it's just bugged.
Yeah, roleplaying's been acting weird lately. Like my Monday game didn't go. Like went well, but then the next day after just barely worked.
Well, I'll do my best to visualize the audio. So you guys are back at the manor, and you guys have waited a full 3 days while Gwyden's... Oh, no, he's not here. Oh, yeah, he's with his family. Okay, we're not going with Scott. So we're going the next day, because you think time's an issue. So you guys have reset your spells, healed somewhat, and are ready to go back and find Vama or this Kalen guy, or... Oh, there was one more name mentioned in there, Jim.
Okay, I'm about to write it down.
The bitch Brunea.
The bitch Brunia.
Brinea.
Brunia. I suspect there's writings with malice.
Yeah, and it's mentioned the bitch Brunea. She wants too much. She demands the dagger.
I don't suppose he wrote down where he left the Leviathan, hey?
No, and you didn't find it. You only spent actually 1 day now because Scott's not here. So we're gonna move this to just one rest session.
Okay. Yep, that's fine.
Yeah. And so you did your best. You looked through and you found all these clues, though. You found names and this, and you looked at this map and you're like, this must be where this portal goes. And
I'll post it in the Facebook thing right now, actually, so we can all look at it.
And at this point, you've assembled a troop. The 4 of you are now in the attic again, looking around, and well, you're waiting for that image to come out of the painting again when you say the word.
Gabrielle was the one.
Actually, she only came out when you went through the
first one.
First one. The second one, there's nothing, which is a bit weird. Oh no, sorry. No, only the eldest one came out in both times.
Oh, okay.
The other 2 are not there.
Maybe there's a chance the others are alive?
Possibly. Gives you some hope.
Okay, so, sorry. In this day, as soon as we found out there was expensive rum, I would have thrown some money at getting a nice bottle of rum or 2. Because, yeah, this guy, if we run into him, it might be beneficial to gain his friendship.
Yeah, he might not be.
Well
played. Be that bad of a guy.
Now, there was some very expensive rum at the Green Dragon.
Oh, nice.
And there was also some back at the Wench, but that's a ways away from you. Like 3 hours travel.
Yeah, I guess it's probably easiest for us, or at least me, to go into the Green Dragon one more time. But I would probably, I don't know if we'd all want to go, or I know some of you want to do certain things in the day.
Well, let's assume that you can go back in there discreetly, sneak back into the storeroom, and roll a 100-sided die. And add your... Oh, no, 100-sided. It's kind of a luck roll. See if they happen to have some.
49.
Well, they got some very decent rum back there.
Well, I'm not going to steal it. I'd rather go out front, talk to Bertha, and
Buy
Nice.
it off. See,
I'd say, listen, I
do it the legitimate way.
I require the most extravagant rum that you have.
Make a charisma check. +5.
I say, madam, at the right time.
Madame. And you can see she's quite a buxom wench that has survived running this bar
Sorry,
for
gonna
the last 10 years.
Charisma. Fuck, I just missed it. Oh, that was a... No, I did. I made it. Sorry, I totally made it. I fucked up my math.
5 + 5 is 10.
So she gives you a wink. Hey, darling. What's your comeliness?
It's 17. She's probably blinded at me.
Well, yeah, she's very infatuated. In fact, she's a groper.
Darren, this keeps happening.
And you find yourself maybe going in a little too deep.
Getting a lot more than you bargained for buying that rum.
And I listen while I say, "Excuse, I must be going."
Darling, you give me a kiss, and I'll show you the best rum you can find.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh my God! Yeah, fuck it, I'll do it.
You hear the gnome from the back of the bar say, "Do it, bro."
I'm not very wise.
All right, now make I'm going to give you an intelligence check.
Okay.
Straight up.
Because I'm worried that she might be some sort of extra planar, some other creature. 12.
So you don't have sex with her, but
Good.
you do get quite a thorough kissing, and she kind of Frenches you for a bit.
Oh, that's
But
fine.
then she leads you. The reward, though, is she brings you back to this flask of absinthe,
Nice.
and it's green, and it's kind of
Yes.
this flat bottle.
But I'm
It's
looking for rum.
And you're still wiping the woo. Wow. And rum, she says. Well,
The absinthe will be for another time.
she looks around. Well, back here, I see some black rum for you. And she brings out this fat bottom flask. And she gives you a little fondle.
That's
And
pristine.
she gives slips it in your hand. This one's on the house, lass. Come back for more. I'll be seeing you again.
Oh, for sure. And then I turn promptly.
Slap on the ass as you
God damn it.
and you find yourself somewhat dirty, stumbling back through the portal. You come back with a flush on your face for some reason.
They say,
Don't ask.
We should go in pairs.
I need a buddy.
I can't go to the bathroom by myself. I need a partner.
And the rest of them will not let you forget that for the rest of your days, obviously.
Well, I'd tell everyone about it. I'd say, listen, I may have gotten in too deep at the Green Dragon.
Bertha is quite a woman.
Oh, yeah.
And you come back with this fat bottom flask of this black rum, rot gut rum.
Worth it.
Yeah. And give yourself 3,000 experience points.
F yes.
I think that's not the first time you've been in too deep.
No.
Giggity giggity goo.
Charmer. So, back at the attic, you're all assembled and armed and have your weapons out. Think, well, you never know what you're going to meet. And it's Lurker and Bernia. Who's this Bernia person?
Yeah, who is this bitch?
Yeah, and she was the one that seemed to have something to do with the dagger as well. And
She's possibly an acolyte or a priestess of bleep blotto bloop. We should be weary. Sorry, Darren. With the star back at the place, I would definitely have Mordenkainen's faithful hound, and I would have Harrison be sure to keep an eye on the area as well, and I'd let the dog know that Harrison's fine.
Yes. No, good call. So it's well, you could put it in the grove, or you can put it in the manor.
I'm thinking the manor is a better idea, especially in like a locked place with the faithful hound. With everybody there, it's going to be harder for something to sneak in.
Right.
But I swear to God, if I lose the fucking star, I'm gonna be real upset.
Just put it in a glass case with lots of chains and lots of locks.
And you're not sure who knows about the star so far. Actually, it's a bit
Well,
of a
that
mystery. You know that
yellow-
Glavra did.
Trying to kill me.
Yes.
the Snurf Nubbly know about it, but I doubt they want to
Yeah,
They do.
steal it.
And you guys played that very well because they'll come in later, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're ready to start. We got the 4 of us. All right.
Roll 20 the word.
You say the word.
Literally.
Sorry.
Sophia.
Yes. No.
All right,
It's
Sophia.
Gabriel.
Gabriel's the first one.
What? No, Sophia?
Gabriel goes to
Portoli.
Portoli.
Oh, okay. I'm all mixed up.
Sophia goes to the tropics and into the into that sandbar that we saw.
Mm-hmm.
She sounds
That's
like
the one
someone who
in
go
the-
to the tropics.
Yeah, the first one was what? The wardrobe, and this one was the
Chest.
Yeah, or you could,
Chest. Oh,
you could
right,
try the
right.
Marcella again as well, but the one supposed to go back to the tropics.
Yeah, especially I feel like if we can discern. Oh wait, hold on. Sorry, everyone. We've all clearly
Sorry.
forgotten one thing before we've jumped in there.
what's that?
How are we going to get out?
That's the tropics. If we don't come back, it's gonna be fine.
I like Sprite's attitude, but I think that we have more pressing matters to attend to. We can't just keep falling into the laps of women in these tropical places.
Speak for yourself. You're the only one who does that.
It's uncanny, isn't it?
Not don't have a problem with that for some reason.
It's my character has a Van Dyke. He looks like Kenneth Branagh from Hamlet. He's white, irresistible. It's not his fault.
So we know that Jim's character was the originator of the Van Dyke
Yes.
in this.
Yeah.
All right, so you were saying?
Um.
Anyone else have anything they want to prep or cast or
Oh,
boom?
sorry. That's all I was really saying was we need a way to get out.
Ah,
So,
the old note, save us. Here's the code word.
How about we take a grappling hook and some rope in case we have to activate the gate and then climb back up through it?
yeah, exactly. So I've got rope.
It was above the water. It was a few
Yeah,
feet above the water from the look of it.
I think it maybe is a bit further than we think. That's why we might have to cast the Featherfall or the body equilibrium psionic ability once we get inside. So we'll leave a note or we'll tell Shiana specifically like, hey, listen, we need you at a certain time to open the gate or we'll be waiting sort of deal. We'll throw up a grappling hook. There's a lot of things bolted down in here that can help us get out. And we'll just keep doing that. Because we don't know right now if there's an alternative way to get back.
Well, if it's the chest, we could just bring it up through the chest and hook it right on the side.
You tell her she's right there.
Yeah,
You tell her
exactly.
this,
So we
right? So there's no note, or you just say, "Okay, we're going."
Yeah.
Every hour, say the word, or
Yeah.
Um,
And of course, I would say the star is of the utmost importance. I will have it under lock. It'll be crazily enchanted. I'll
okay,
throw a
so
lock on it.
Gwyden's staying here, and also Thranduil. So they're guarding the star.
Okay.
And you also have their followers. The place is quite fortified. You've put up the Morton Canaan's hound. There's other things, steps and measures. And the place is hidden in the swamps.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm leery, but yes, let's do it. Time to adventures now.
And we're starting.
Yeah.
So, as somebody says the word
Thanks,
Sophia, of course, I had a bunch of sound effects, and you could hear the tinkle as this sort of wormhole expanded, and suddenly you see again, it's flat, looking down upon water. Now, actually, when did you do this? At what time of day or night?
It would have been during the sort of early morning because I don't know if we understand time differences, but it looked like
The
it might
concept
be
of time zones?
yeah, time zones. It looked
Oh
like
yeah.
it was perhaps a little. If we did it in the morning, it would probably be early afternoon that we went in there, and that's kind of a good time.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
from your and you kind of looked where the sun was and stuff when you came outside last time, and you realized that it's not in its regular place. Like you're really acute at that, your astrology and such, and you realize that okay, we transported to another Port Toli, which is slightly off. It's about 3 hours later, as the
Okay.
sun.
Yeah.
So yeah, late morning,
Yep.
sun's out, and you hear that sloshing of the waves in the wake, and you hear the sounds of the nearby. There must be a jungle or something because you can hear creatures chirping and calling.
Now, how far? Because I know this has got to be pretty quick. The chest opens up, and how far do we gather it is between us and the water?
Probably about 30 feet. And the top of the chest had a rolled up rope ladder.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, we'll of course point that out and be like, lower that for us, please, at a certain point when
Yeah.
we call. So,
Hmm.
oh yeah, let's just undo the ladder. Jesus Christ, why am I thinking this too much? Let's just yeah.
Let's just check the chest to see if it's part of the thing. Yeah.
And you go down into a completely different place. Like it's amazing and beautiful, right? You see there's a majestic line of tropical trees, and you're not sure about directions at this point, but if it would be west, if right, your orientation.
Yeah, we I of course have the map with us.
Yeah. So don't look at the map for a minute, because technically you don't know where you are on this map.
Yeah.
And I screwed up because actually don't look at that map anymore. I'll make you a new one.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Because it actually is a giveaway at this point. To your west, north, and you may have looked at it, that's fine. You see there's a big sandbar and a bunch of trees, very deep, and you can hear the sounds of a tropical wilderness there. And there's a beautiful, gorgeous sandbar going off, and the sun's out glaring. It's super bright. You're like, wow, it's incredible. So you climb down this rope ladder, and it's only about knee deep, the water, and it's really tepid and nice. And there's little things scurrying around.
Mm-hmm. Let's get out of the water and onto the shore as soon as we can.
Yeah, so you move westerly.
It's like I wouldn't mind being stuck here.
And so I say right away, from what we could ascertain from the original map, it looked like perhaps this northern tip of this forested sandbar is where we should cast the spell and walk towards the fathomed distance. So I say we walk north just along the sandbars, like kind of keeping a distance from the jungle.
Okay, so you get out of the water, head up to the jungle area, and from there you can hear something. And everyone like, stop, you hear that? Everyone waits a minute, and through the jungle sounds and the chirps, you can hear a rhythmic sort of drum playing.
Be careful. It could be hypnotizing us.
It seems to be coming from vaguely the west, like deep into the jungle. And you guys were going to make your way kind of northwest as you saw it, toward hopefully that area you said, right?
Yeah, the very northern tip. I was thinking originally we just avoid the forest entirely and stick to the sand. Does it sound like only a single drum?
Yeah. And it's too far. The wind kind of carries it, and then you hear it, and then the jungle noises overcome it. But then once in a while, you can hear this steady percussion.
Well,
That isn't ominous at all.
no. Nah, it's probably nothing. Let's charge at it. No, let's. So there's no way if I shouted if I said Kalen, that that anything would change from the drumming? It's too far.
It too far at this point.
Yeah.
And the drumming must be a powerful instrument, and you can sense the power in it. Like
Yeah.
it's really resonating through the island. Now, Boudica, you have your father or your foster father raised you to sensitize to the rhythms of the land. You can make a wisdom roll now, +5. As you're all staying
Okay.
quiet, you just went up into dry land. You're up in the edge of the jungle, and you starting hearing this drumming.
And I'm gonna double check that, but I'm pretty sure it makes it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it just barely makes it, but it makes it.
Okay, you say there. This is a master. Somebody is. This is a deep call to some creature. Something is going on. A ceremony.
Ceremony. Well,
I wonder if we shouldn't go check this out and see if one of the sisters is still actually alive here to save.
perhaps she's being sacrificed as we speak. I like it, because I fear that this may be our second encounter with Bleep Blotto Bloop, and I'll say that's especially quiet. Maybe someone is calling her to the surface.
Right,
I say
sort of like double check. Is that really the name of this god?
it is indeed Bleep Blotto Bloop. We must be weary.
Yes.
Careful how you utter that name.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, we would say it really quiet and stuff, and try not to say it too often.
Or
Especially
actually,
around water.
Yeah.
or completely as in one word instead of like 3 or 4
Yeah.
strung together.
So, by the way, you guys are up at the edge of the forest now, and you're okay. You're not sure exactly where you are, right, on that map, technically, but you sense that you are on that one big atoll. You know, let's not kid ourselves. You think like, okay, that's where that big jungle part is. Okay, I think that's where we are. You wanted to go up northward, right? Toward the top, but the jungle or the drum sound is coming more from across on the other side of this bar.
Yeah.
Is there any walking paths through the jungle at this point, or anywhere up in the next?
You quickly go and scout, and you can. It's easy to move through it. It's the jungle's dense at some parts, of course, but there's gaps in areas. Quite convenient, and game trails. It wouldn't be that hard to get across.
And so, is there anything left around this immediate area? Because we know that, like, if it was Vama or Bjorn who was using this portal quite a bit, maybe he left a cache of something nearby for when he came down here or something. I just take a look around.
Okay, roll 6-sided die.
What, like a basement of rum?
6.
Okay, no, you don't find anything.
Terrific.
Okay, so no trap door full of rum.
And I did have my timing wrong, actually. It is... Oh, no. Okay. Morning. Yes.
Well,
So,
if my estimate is correct, if I got the map and I'm like, okay, we're on this main part, I assume that whatever is beating on this drum is possibly in the area near the lurker. So we might be directly across from it, but I'm not 100% sure. If you guys think it's safe, we should get into a good formation and venture toward the sound.
I'll scout ahead a little bit, trying to be quiet, and I got movement to go ahead and come back and still stay ahead of you guys.
okay, you guys have accurately put yourself in the map, I'm going to say. You guys figured it out. You're like, it must be here.
Okay.
Yep. And you're right. That sound is coming over west. And it's probably about 900 feet, 800 feet away.
Okay. Yep.
Couple football fields, maybe.
All right. So I think that's our plan. Jane's going to scout out ahead. We're going to get into a bit of a formation and venture forth.
Trying to be quiet and hidden as I'm scouting.
Pardon me. I forgot one major thing. Over here, you guys see about 15 large outriggers.
Sorry, which direction, Darren?
About 1,000 or 100 meters away. Up the shoreline.
Are they moving?
No, somebody put them up on shore and they're unoccupied. There's nobody there. But there are
Just
about,
like
you count them,
15
it's like, holy, there's like
dinghies
50,
right over there.
there's like 15 outriggers, and they're big enough. You estimate they're probably about 30 feet long, the bigger ones. Shorter ones are more about 20 feet. And kind of, you haven't really seen outriggers before, frankly. It's more of a
So they just look kind of like weird boat shapes.
big, large canoes with these
Mm-hmm.
floating devices on the side, and you realize it's meant to keep the buoyancy and from tipping. It's quite clever. You're like, And some of them seem to have mechanisms that allow a sail to be put up as well. So they've come here from somewhere. Somebody has, and it might be the people drumming.
Yeah, should we investigate those before we go towards the sound?
Yeah, if they're only 100 yards away, I think that might be a good idea. Check them
Right.
out. Might give us some idea of who or what or how many we're going to encounter on the other side.
Okay, make a hear noise.
Give me 1 second. It'll look up what that is.
It's one of the thieves' skills, if I remember correctly. I just don't know which percentage you would have by now.
Yep, that's what I was looking at. So, and I actually make it with a 14.
Okay, you come in there smooth, and you look around, and there's nobody there. These people have pulled these canoes up, and then the footprints go off into the jungle, heading straight west toward the sound of the drumming. And the drumming seems to hold steady, but it's been about a few rounds now. You guys ran up here and looked around. You're like, what?
Okay, I think we need to get across the jungle over there and find out what's going on real quick.
In a stealthy manner.
In a stealthy manner, but forthwith.
You guys go into the jungle and move quickly. Who's in lead?
Zhang.
Who's noisiest?
Not sure. I don't think. Because
Boudica's pretty quiet. Nestor's pretty quiet.
I guess my character isn't encumbered by heavy things, so
Yeah, none of you are in plate mill or anything, right?
yeah.
Nope.
Oh,
I
wow.
don't think any of us
Wow,
are
you got a
wearing
silent
heavy
group.
armor.
So you guys slip through the forest like shadows, and it doesn't take long. It's only a couple minutes, a couple more rounds. And you guys the drums become louder, and the theme is, and you can hear it's a strange sort of percussion instrument, yet it's being projected somehow. There's some power in it. It's resonating through the land and the trees itself.
Perhaps a magical kind of instrument, or
And you guys find yourself, when you stop for a second, it's like, wow, it's alluring, quite captivating. And then you move, and you realize you're coming to the other side of the land strip. And up ahead, in the daylight, you can smell smoke suddenly, and sign of sweet grasses and other herbs wafting on the breeze. And you can hear the chants and rhythmic yelps of people suddenly yelling out and chanting. And suddenly you get to the edge of the foliage, and you're keeping down, and the drums now are quite loud. It's really weird loud. And up ahead, there's a large beach, and you realize you're looking at the inside of the atoll. And there is a group of people, at least 25, maybe 30, some of them very important. In the middle are sort of these shamanistic group that are dressed out in feathers and jewels, and they're holding their hands up and kind of chanting out. And then around them are a bunch of warriors in sort of a primitive sense. They're all dressed up in body paints, and they're more or less naked, except just with strange body paints and runes that you recognize as like kind of archaic, primitive form. And they have jewelry in their hair and such and whatnot, and spears and whatnot. And they're going through some ceremony. And there are 5 naked young men who are at the edge, way out near the water. And they are just standing and looking out and swaying back and forth. And they're dressed up, well, not in nothing but ribbons and such.
Now, does any of this look familiar to what we saw in the cult of the goddess who must not be named?
No.
Okay, so it doesn't seem inherently evil?
Um,
I didn't take...
It's very primitive. If you guys had some sort of proficiency in that area... Now, I'm going to bring you guys to a new map.
And the only other thing I was kind of wondering, I guess, I have no idea. Never mind. I wouldn't have any idea what Kaylin looks like.
No. Okay, give me a moment. I'm going to assemble the party. Now, these drums are setting a back tone of rhythm that everybody's kind of swaying to and dancing. You can see these warriors swaying around on the beach, and there's a troop of kind of clerics.
Out of character, let's try not pull a Christopher Columbus.
I've saved you. Oh my god.
I've saved you. Slay them all.
Pretty much. Here's a bunch of disease.
Brutal.
No. So everybody is... Where's Nefertari?
I figured she might not want to... I'd ask her, actually. We'd open the portal and everything. I'm like, listen, you might get a little wet. Is this somewhere you want to come with us?
Well, you won't get your hit point advantage or your magic resistance, right?
Yeah, but I'd rather take that hit as opposed to put her in an uncomfortable position.
Oh, good call. Yeah.
So I'd like to see what she wants.
Make a charisma check +5.
Nice. Did it again.
She'll stay, and she's curls around your legs and purrs and gives you her love.
Nice.
And that hit point advantage.
So she's staying back at the keep, right?
No, with you.
Oh, okay. Nice. Awesome.
Just don't get my fur wet.
Yeah. Of course not. Could you give me control of her, Darren?
I thought I had.
You did one time, but I've lost it somehow.
Okay. Oh, you're right. Roll 20's been a little buggy. All right, should work now.
Yep. So I'm just going to put she has 12 hits, I think.
Okay, so everyone have control of their character. You're moving your way through the jungle, and up ahead you're like, whoa. You can sense something important happening. There seems to be these, if you look up here,
Yes.
these 5 naked men are very powerfully built and stuff, and with weird feathers and all sorts of weird, strange markings on their bodies, are standing out there waiting for something. And then here, there's seems to be some crazy-looking people, and they look quite scary. And they're surrounded by a bunch of savages that are all swaying to these
They have a
drums.
culture all of their own.
Yeah.
Now over here, you sense Boudica. That's where you're training with music and such. Boudica, you're thinking this. Whoever's hitting this drum beat is very good.
And so is he on his own, or is there like a group of musicians?
No, just there's one person hitting this rhythm.
And he looks pretty entranced, right? Like we probably shouldn't bother him.
Yeah, he's in his zone. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys get up there and you're looking, you're just watching, and the sound is quite intriguing. And it's wow, you can feel it through every fiber.
Now, I just want to double check while everyone's like focused on this thing. I'll keep an eye out and I'll let Nefertari know as well to like let us know if anything's approaching our immediate area. And I'll just kind of move my head around, so to speak. I'll just be looking and making sure there's nothing prowling in the trees.
Okay, you guys start to spread out a little bit, and you look around, and as you wait and watch, the drum reaches a frenzied crescendo. The 5 dancers fling their bodies about in the most astounding feats of athleticism you've ever seen. Beyond them, the still water of the lagoon begins to bubble and froth. The other headhunters move closer to the water, perhaps to get a better close at what is rising there. Suddenly, chaos erupts. Huge black tentacles shoot from the water, wrapping around 2 of the dancers and dragging them screaming into the shadowy depths. Other tentacles sway high in the air as if looking for other targets. Most of the savages flee in terror, leaving only a small knot of 3 warriors who brandish their spears and refuse to give up. And this explosion of sound, and the drums take a sudden lurching change into this sort of and you suddenly realize 2 of these warriors were just grabbed by these huge tentacles. Now I'm going to show you something, and you might get scared.
We've fought demons before. It really can't be worse than demons.
This massive, huge tentacled form lurches up out of the depths, summoned from the music
Let's not fuck with that.
and the ceremony, and it grabs 2 of these, or 3 of them. How many? What should I say?
2.
Yeah, grab
Immediately 2, and drag them in the air and crushing them. And the other ones are dancing and bobbing around, avoiding it, throwing spears. Some sort of weird ceremony defiance, and the drums keep playing. And all the other savages turn and flee into the jungle. And a bunch of them are coming your way.
All right.
Oh, they're coming our way?
I think we better try and hide or something. That's what I'll do. At least I'll get Nefertari close to me, and we're gonna get close under one tree so that, they hopefully rush past us.
I've got those bracers. I'm imagining since no one else climbing them, I was going to attune the bracers of swimming and climbing.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm going to use those to get up into a tree to avoid eye contact.
Okay. So Sprite up a tree.
Yep.
Zhang's going to scoot off around behind that hut there and hide in them big palms over there. Are they ground palms, or are they the tall palms?
Both.
He figures no one will notice. He figures no one will notice the 2-foot gnome up in the.
Make a dexterity check, Zhang.
Oh, 18, but I still make it by 1.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. So nobody sees you. You scamper up and hide. Leto?
I was gonna grab Nefertari, and we're gonna get low underneath one of the trees.
You're gonna do the exact opposite of Sprite.
Yeah. So I'm not sure how big this tree is that we're centered on, Darren, but I'd try and find a large tree. The palms, probably the best option, I think. So we'll move over there.
Well, the cat can hide like a cat.
Yeah.
Pretty quick. So
no one will notice the cat.
I understand.
Make a dexterity check.
It's me that's the problem.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't make it.
Okay, suddenly there's like a bunch of these guys see you, Leto,
Oh God.
and they start screaming and pointing and yelling and running at you. And there's a shitload of them.
All right.
They see you, like they're running, and they got spears and clubs and nets.
And I'm gonna tell them, stand back, or I'll turn you all to stone. And I'm gonna do my smoke cantrip and try to run away. As if I'm invoking
Nice.
the wrath of a deity.
Really?
I will-
That's your best?
Well, I don't know how many are coming at me. I don't know if anyone else has found. I don't want to give away.
About 10.
Okay. Well, I don't want to give away anyone's position.
Yeah, and they all turn and run at you.
Yep. I do have a
So-
backup plan if this doesn't work.
All right, make an initiative roll.
Okay.
Hey, Scott.
Simultaneous action.
Yep. So they go to chuck. A bunch of them are throwing spears at you.
All right. My initial move was to do this and dart away, try to freak them out.
Okay, so poof, you put the smoke down. Okay, make a +5 dex check.
Yep.
All right, so there's about a total of 8 spears thrown at you,
Hmm.
but you get +4 on your AC because you that smoke.
Nice.
So
Okay.
they're all throwing their spears. Ta, 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 ta.
Armor class 1 now.
Nice. Okay, I'll take a quick look. AC is 1, you say?
Yep. If it's just a +4.
Okay, we have 2 hits.
Nice.
Just a cloud of spears comes over. Wow, they all throw, right?
Okay.
And a spear is 1d6 thrown, I think.
Something like that.
9 damage.
Okay. I'll minus that right now.
Ah! And they all come running. And everyone else is kind of hiding and looking. Boudica, where were you, actually?
I closed. I put my hood up and closed my my cloak of Elvenkind, and hoped it worked as well in tropical forest as it does in temperate.
And it does. And you are a shadow, and you can see that Leto is not. And there are about 8 or 10 of these savages turn, and they all throw their spears and pull out various daggers and clubs and run. Oh, they're going to go skin them. And Scott, Gwyden spent, a few days healing.
He needed it.
Yeah.
So is the idea that we're a week down the road?
Yeah, we could do that. You want to play?
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you catch up now. You came slogging through the jungle because you read the note they left. Or you talked to Shiana, who's the apprentice of Leto, and they said, yeah, we've gone through into the jungle portal, and we're going to go see if Vama's sisters are alive or who this Kaelin character is.
So help me real quick, and maybe it's just too much detail. So is this using a different name to access a different area in the wardrobe?
Yeah, it's like a different object. The chest opened up, and you climb through this other portal by saying this different name. And there's a rope ladder that goes from the chest into this shallow water, and you're on a beach. And once you catch up with us, and if we survive, we'll tell you all about it.
Got it. Okay. So I'm going through. So I'm a little behind the group, and I'm going through the portal. Do I appear in the same area as everybody else, or am I a little behind them, Darren?
No, you could see where they dropped in, and you're not far behind. You could tell they went into the jungle, and their tracks are obvious. And up ahead, you can hear these drums coming through. And then suddenly, off to your left, you see a couple of these indigenous-looking people, kind of half naked and with all sorts of markings and such, sprinting through the jungle. running away from the drums.
Okay. I guess I'll head towards the drums. If I can tell where that sound is coming from.
Okay. And you'll be, we'll catch you up next round.
Okay.
Yeah, and like, oh crap. You guys all look and you can tell Leto's been seen, right? You see a bunch of these savages turn and it's, and they all got sharpened teeth and stuff and bones in their noses. A little bit.
All right. So I guess everyone else kind of gets to act, or what's the plan?
I'm setting up the turn order here a minute.
Okay.
Leto through. Randy's not here. Oh. Yeah, so it's a bit tricky. Leto, you're down. Oh no, there's Sprite. He's up the tree. Zhang. Oh, wait a minute. I got this mixed up. I thought you were over here. Hold on, I have to move you.
Wait, who? Oh, well,
Leto.
I
You
wasn't
mixed
trying.
up a Sprite.
Oh, okay. I wasn't trying to get anywhere near there.
Oh.
I was kind of heading towards where Nefertari is. I just kind of pictured it like she got there before me, of course.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, these guys then, they turned and ran at you.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
I thought I had a lot more distance, so all good though. Just
Damn. Zhang, you're back here. Okay, I'm just getting things organized. Boudica, you're in the background. Right. Initiative. 036.
all right, I'll do it.
Hold on 1 second. Stop the spears.
I rolled a 5. But should we say what we're gonna do first?
Oh, right. Damn it. Good call.
Okay. Yeah, if these guys are running at me and they're gonna strike to kill, I'm gonna cast Cone of Cold at them and fuck them up.
Ooh, nice.
I'm fucking pissed off now. Tried to reason with the savages.
Damn savages. They're headhunters and shit. You can see little shrunken heads and skulls.
I pull forth a glass cone of very small size from the confines of my robe, and I prepare the spell, and I cast it.
Nice.
And it is a large range. Oh yeah, it just shoots forth, and it's insane.
Wasn't strong enough. Hold on. Got a more. Oh, it's a burst. Nope. Explosion. Boom. Okay, kaboom, blow. And they make a saving throw?
Yeah, it'll probably hit all of them.
And even if they save, roll damage because suddenly this tropical area is hit with this blizzard of cold.
40 hit points.
Wow.
Oh,
God damn.
This one area, like I said, of paradise suddenly becomes a frozen wasteland. And
part of
there's
Canada.
Oh wow. About 8 of them are like statues, broken apart, snapping. Yeah, that's a powerful thing.
You might want to go cast that on that friggin' beast out there again. So I take it that entire group is gone?
I'm just calculating that.
If not, they're going to be severely demoralized.
Oh my. Well, looks like it started. Oh yeah, I'm just checking the zone out, right? The cone.
Yeah.
And so far, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 like they're dead, frozen, destroyed. And there's about 3 on the right that were like bailed off and got frostbite and such and ran off screaming. Eh. And you're like, ooh.
And I'm gonna yell at them that you'll find no quarter from me, and
Don't throw spears at the mage.
Yeah. They've invoked my wrath, much like that of the sea creature.
Anyone else want to do anything this round? You can see they back off right away. They're like, oh shit.
Well, these 3 fellas out here that are left, they're fighting that big monster creature.
Yeah.
Oof.
I think since we're so badly outnumbered, I'm going to pop out of the shadows and cast a prayer spell, which is the equivalent of a chant spell. Just I won't have to sit there and chant constantly to get the effects.
Right. So everybody feels this calming presence.
So basically, it's going to give everybody an extra +1 to hit, and it's going to give our enemies a -1 to hit. So it's a pretty good spell.
The drums are still playing as well. Thrum, 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 thrum.
I think the drums must be summoning. Is it fair to say that's summoning maybe the Kraken here?
Yeah, that's kind of what we're thinking. We should probably stop that guy on the drums. That's going to be where I'm heading after this group kind of slides over.
I was going to go to him now because that's what I was trying to do, was get in behind that hut anyway.
Mhm.
So you guys move up in this round.
Yeah.
After that spell destroys their little attack.
Yeah, I'm going to,
All right.
of course, move closer to the drum over here. Of course, I'm probably going to sit here and wait because if all these other people, if they've seen what's happened and they're terrified, then I'm not going to be worried, but I don't want to walk into another goddamn fight because I'm just getting pissed off at these people.
Anyone going with Lido?
Yeah, Zhang is.
He's going to need some cover.
Okay, so both of you make a dexterity check. I know you guys have good dexterity. But anyone else going with Lido?
Oh, for sure, made
going
it.
after the drummer.
Essentially, yeah.
All right, I'm headed over there too. If I'm in, I'm not really on the map here yet. My avatar.
No, I don't have your avatar yet.
Yeah.
And we turn and we see,
But if I'm in the area, then I'm gonna jump out there with them. Is the drum beater this Kalen person?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And give me a minute. I got one of your avatars here.
So do you want me to do a dex check as well, Darren?
Yep.
Yeah. And I make it?
Zhang colors with a 4.
Oh, good.
Looks like all 3 of us did.
All right, you see slithering things moving around through the jungle, and you realize that, we stepped close to some weird snakes, spiders, creepy things that would poison you. But you move up, and you can see this guy, and he's playing on this congo like crazy. And he's setting up this rhythm, and it's ascending down into the earth, and he's dressed up in dreadlocks and wisps of clothing, and he's kind of wiry, old, middle-aged guy. And he's hitting these drums, and he's looking up at the beast, and he's hitting this rhythm.
All right, are these other people, Darren, rushing towards him? Or are they rushing just into the jungle and away?
They moved back into the jungle, and they turned around to watch.
Oh, God.
In the safety of the trees.
Are we at a good side of this hut that we can kind of go inside?
Yeah, there's a wall there. You'd have to cut your way in or go underneath.
I don't really need to do that. I think we should just. We're gonna try to get this guy's attention. And I say, are you controlling this thing? He probably might not even hear me.
Make a charisma check.
Crit fail.
He doesn't hear you. He seems to be fixated on his rhythm completely. Like he doesn't hear you. You can almost like wave your hand in front of his face. You get a little closer, and he's just sweating, and he's just hitting this rhythm. And the beast is just fighting, and the beast seems to be swaying back and forth at this point. Giant tentacled creature. And these 3 last remaining guys, well, there's 2 now. One more has been swept into its maw.
Oh no.
I look over at Leto and I say, I think he's controlling it to keep it on the surface. Those guys are fighting it.
Mm-hmm.
Hit it with something heavy that you've got, like the most damaging, like another one of them cold spells if you got it. But let's leave the native guys alone. I don't think I don't think they're fighting against us. I think they're fighting with trying to kill that creature.
Mm-hmm. Damn. Yeah, the cone of cold was my biggest thing.
Well, whatever you got left. If he's on the surface, drop a flaming sphere on him or something.
Yep. So I'm gonna step from around the cover. I'm gonna look at this big thing, and I'm gonna cast my magic missiles at it.
That's the creature?
Yeah.
Nice. How about you?
Yeah. I'm just gonna pull up the spell quick, Darren, but it's quite a bit.
Nice.
Hey, Leto, let's piss it off.
Yeah. Well, it's fucking. Yeah, this is no good.
Might be too far away where you are.
Double check. 60 feet plus 10 feet of level. So,
It's too far.
shit. All right, I'm gonna turn around to this guy and I'll say, "Listen, I'm giving you one more chance." And I'm gonna oh god, like we should almost kind of shake him like awake. We gotta be like, we gotta stop this. God damn it.
Well,
Or I'm
he's in this moment. You can see, and he's wiry, and he's got an eye patch.
Wait,
Oh, we're fucked.
it's not Vama.
Oh no, it's not. Sorry, he doesn't have an eye patch.
Okay, I was like, what?
My bad.
All right. Well, would he respond to the rum?
Sniff, sniff. He seems like really stuck in a moment.
God damn it. Okay. Well, yeah.
Unless you shook him or something. I mean, he has to physically keep drumming, right?
Yeah. No, I'm just gonna shake him and see what happens.
And suddenly the drumming stops. And you hear this screeching roar come from the creature. And he looks at you and he's like, "You fucking idiot! What have you done?" And this huge creature comes lurching onto the shore. Right at you guys. And it squishes one of these guys horrifically underneath its girth. Squish. And this other guy. Oh, wow. Wow. He does an incredible move. The last surviving dancing guy, he just spins out of the way, like so epically, leaving his spear. And the creature impales itself on the spear as it lurches over it. And you can hear this groan of pain go out. Doesn't kill it or anything, but he does leave a trail of slime. And this guy squibs out the side and pops out this end. And this creature, it looks like this huge friggin' lobster squid-like thing lurches out of the depths and lunges toward the one who stopped the sound.
Well, let's give it a try.
Glad you beat me to it, Leto.
So let's start now by declaring our action. We're going to make a surprise roll, actually. This thing is big and fast. Its tentacles are really long. Like,
If Gwyden's with us, do you want to do the surprise?
Do you want me to do the surprise?
Yeah.
okay, it is not surprised. You guys have to roll a 1, basically.
Now, okay.
Nice.
So now everyone declares their action.
Mhm.
Leto, you see
Magic
this
missile.
huge beast. And this guy's looking at you going, oh shit.
Let's
And
ask him.
You sense this might be Kalen.
He obviously knows this creature better than we do. Ask him, what should we do?
Too late. Everyone declare their action.
Magic missile on the creature.
Okay.
Okay.
Sprite. Where's Sprite?
If I can, I'll toss that rum at Kalen and give him a wink.
Boudica?
I'm gonna prepare my get into a stance and prepare for physical combat or for melee combat.
Zhang?
I'm gonna pull out my whip and try and keep that one of them tentacles off me when he comes at me, and just lay into whatever comes near me. I'll move out in front of Leto to get a little distance in front of him, but I don't think I'm going to get enough to cover those tentacle distances.
Right. This thing comes crashing toward the hut, and you see that this guy, he runs back. He grabs his drum and he's looking at you. What? Leave me alone. What are you doing?
Get that rhythm going again, boy.
And he looks at the creature. It's too late. He's too late. And he goes to run back into the jungle.
We'll take care of it, and we ready our magic missiles. And,
We got this.
It's all right. We got this.
All right,
It's okay.
initiative.
All right. Gwyden, you want to do that?
Yeah. I'm stepping up to do whatever I can to take the spam while these guys come up with some heavy horsepower stuff here. Let me see. Four.
Simultaneous.
Equal timing.
Wow.
Do I get +1 as an elf on my initiative rolls?
Well,
No,
first
not-
of all, the problem is these tentacles are lashing forward, and they're very large, very long. They're probably at least 30 feet, 40-foot reach. So the actual body of the creature is a ways away. And you can see this thing coming up, and the tentacles are reaching forward, trying to grab more victims. And so you have a choice to attack a tentacle or to move closer in at this point.
All right, I'm going to move closer in. I don't know.
All right. So you'll have to forfeit an attack this round to actually move into the body. And you can see there's this lurching, weird, big beak in there, which is very dangerous.
Now, could we attempt to hit the beak, or could with my magic missile? I mean, I am within range now.
You can hit the body.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna aim for the body.
Yeah. Spells? Anyone else?
No. Zhang's going to try jumping in past the tentacles into the body. As I do, I'll yell at Boudica, trim the tentacles down.
Well, and luckily that was my plan, was to try and chop away at as many tentacles as I could.
So, Jim, you do 20 damage?
Yep.
Wow. And you sense this thing is susceptible to powers like this as your missiles bombard it and chunks of flesh fly off and chip, and it takes damage.
Nice.
Screeches and the tentacles reach. Any missiles? Everyone else is moving, right?
Yep.
Wow, you guys are brave.
This thing was killing people.
True. So Zhang moved up. Guiden ran up. And Boudica moved up, right?
Yeah, I'm basically moving up in order to attack as many tentacles as I can and keep Leto protected.
Okay, each of you are attacked by 2 smaller tentacles, and then there's 2 large ones that have this kind of, the end of them has had this abrasive edge of this retractive sort of hooks. So the 2 ones reach out first, one at Boudica and one at Zhang. First Boudica. And that's a hit. And you have to make a strength check.
Okay. Made it.
Nice.
All right, you take 8 points damage, and you pull yourself off the hooks. Like it was going to spring you back toward the beak.
Okay.
And the other one attacks Zhang. And that, I think, is a hit. This thing has a lot of hit dice, guys. That's a hit.
Uh-huh.
So immediately you're eviscerated but for 8 points damage, and you have to make a strength check to pull off.
And I don't make it.
Okay, you are gripped by this thing, and you have to make a percentage roll as it loops around you with these hooks.
Wow, that's either really good or not real good.
So, one moment. I had this open, but my system crashed. So now I lost all my goodies. What did you roll on your percentage?
98.
Okay, it's in the monster manual. Okay. 1 second, guys.
Yep.
Tough battle. This thing is powerful, you guys. And you shook it up. Oh, come on. S-R-A. Okay. I usually have this quite prepared. Right, take 5.
Yeah, Roll20 is doing a lot of funky stuff tonight, apparently.
Well, and I reset everything, so I lost all my pages and everything. But
Yeah.
Ah, there it is. Ah, okay.
Well, while you're looking this up, I'm going to take the opportunity to do a quick bio. Be right
Yeah,
back.
good idea, everybody.
All right.
By the way, you rolled what on that die?
98. Like I said, it was either really, really good or really, really bad. I was
No,
right up
it's
to the-
it's actually really good. It grabbed you from your lower body because you're basically rolling to see how many of your arms are pinned.
Mhm.
As it grabs you, and your arms are free. It grabs your
Okay.
lower body,
Yeah.
and you're lifted up. It grabs you, whoop, and scoops you off the.
Yeah, thank you.
It's huge, right?
Yeah.
These tentacles are that
Massive.
big. Yeah. So I'll be
Pure
back in a
muscle.
minute, guys. So we'll pause it here. You guys are moving in, and its tentacles are attacking. We just did 2 attacks on you, Zhang, right?
Yep.
One hit for damage, the other one hit for damage, and grabbed you. And there are more.
Mhm.
This thing has a lot of tentacles, and it's tough. I'll warn you guys. BRB.
God, my landlord has to get an electrician out here.
Yeah, you've had those problems a couple times now.
Yeah. I'm like, you should really fix this lighting issue on your first floor, because whenever somebody, plugs in a hairdryer on the second, the first floor lights go out. They don't even have to turn it on. They just have to, plug it in. Are we seriously fighting this thing?
Yeah.
Evidently.
Because, I could always Phantom Steed and leave. I could just go to the other side of the island.
That is an option.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, Sprite's a loyal person. Sprite's loyal. He won't leave somebody when they're near death.
I don't know how we could have, like...
Mhm.
I don't know. It's such a strange
He-
encounter. It's like everyone,
Mhm.
it seemed, was against us. I don't know. It was really weird.
The thing is, if I zoom out far enough, Sprite disappears into the sand. And he should be right behind you, Leto,
Hmm.
ready to do some illusionist stuff. I'm so glad we got those new spells.
Yeah.
Wraith form, Mass Morph. I still have yet to look up Tempest Fugit. I'll do that. I'm interested to see what does Wraith form do for me.
Okay, Zhang. Nestor's back. We need you, Nestor. They're in big
Yeah.
trouble.
Yep.
So you moved up, Nestor, through the jungle, and you got caught up smoking pipe weed again.
More like you probably got caught on like a few vines and got stuck.
You're by Leto, and yeah, Leto just shot some magic missiles that hit this creature. This
Mm-hmm.
huge fucking tentacled beast. This thing that this character had been drumming to.
Yeah, I saw it from the friggin' tree line, and I was like, nope. Crawling down, got caught in some friggin' vines and shit.
Oh wow, that armor class. Oh, that armor class. Scott. 2 misses on you, right? And Boudica. 2 tentacles
Yeah.
come at you. Grasping. Reaching.
I thought they already attacked Boudica.
They did.
Oh, did
I
they?
thought.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
Oh.
she avoided
More
the...
than one.
I passed my strength check. Dean did not.
No. This is just a regular attack.
Oh, separate
Oh.
from that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and don't forget to take into account the -1 from the
Prayer.
prayer spell.
Ah,
Mm.
good call. Good call.
All right, you're
Yes.
cleric now.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
But
Okay.
that's-
And I cast a prayer spell, which is gonna last. Let me get the duration, real quick. It's gonna last. 6 rounds,
Nice.
nice.
because it lasts 1 round per level, and I'm a 6th level cleric now.
Now, Jang, my apologies
Mhm.
on that.
Mhm.
There's 2 type of attacks this thing has. One attack is the tentacles can grab you, but they don't do any damage the first round. Just the next
Mhm.
round.
Oh, okay.
So the first attack, it has 2 tentacles that actually have these hooks that draw it back into the beak. The other ones just crush you.
Okay.
So the first one did damage
Mhm.
and missed you, though. You made your save, right? The second one, though, grabbed you and now has you constricted. So you didn't take the hit point damage from the second tentacle, okay?
You've only had one tentacle attack me yet.
Yeah, the one that grabbed you.
First one attacked Boudica. Second one attacked me.
Oh, okay. That's how I got confused. I see.
And I believe his arms are free.
Yeah, my legs were wrapped up with the.
Right. So next round, you're going to be crushed. Take
Okay.
damage, okay? And yes, okay. Boudica, you dodged. Gwyden,
Mhm.
you still have. I missed. Their 2 tentacles came at you, and that AC.
Do I
Yeah.
get a point?
Now you guys can attack it. You guys got in past its tentacles, and they're still going to be able to attack. But it's next round actually, because you guys moved up and got in position.
I would move
Roll.
up.
We could declare our actions now. We'll start with Leto.
I'm gonna shoot the body again with more magic missiles.
Oh, you got another one of those, eh?
Yeah.
Sprite?
I'm gonna move up a little bit and cast a chromatic orb on my turn.
Okay, now you're like over 100 feet away, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't. I just need to be within 30 feet.
You're 100 feet away.
Then I will just keep moving. Then I will get within range.
The tentacles are there, though. Reaching, right? You have to get through them.
Some
You'll
of, those
chance it.
some of those tentacles are more than 30 feet long, he said.
Oh, yeah. So
I'm a
you have
2
to
foot.
get in.
I'm a 2
You'll
foot.
get in
down.
reach.
He'll chance it. He'll chance moving up.
Bodica, you're up there scrapping.
Yeah, I'm hacking and slashing.
Mhm.
Nice. Zhang,
Do I have to make like a strength check or something to work my way out of this, or is there a way to get out of that, or should I just attack it?
no, at this point, you have to kill the tentacle.
Okay.
Just
In that
punch it until let's go.
Yeah, I'm just going to use my whip, lay my whip down the tentacle, and use another regular attack to try and kill the tentacle in.
Okay, that's not a slash weapon.
Yeah, I don't have a slash weapon.
No. So, and plus getting your whip out is
I already
Well-
had the whip out when
Oh, yeah.
when this fight started.
okay.
Yeah.
So at this point, you're just gonna try hit the tentacle.
Yeah, try and damage the tentacle.
Okay, and then anyone left? Wyden?
Gwyden's going body shot.
Nice. Skip the tentacles. Going in.
Going in.
Just rolling a quick roll. Okay, the locals are quite afraid, not getting involved at the moment. And Leto, you and Sprite, you moved up, right?
Yep, I'm gonna be moving up.
Right.
Get within range to hit it with some sort of spell.
So Kalen's looking around, he's shaking and stuff. He's looking at you, Leto. Who are you?
I'm a friend of Vama's and brought you a present, and I'll toss him the rum.
Oh, bless your heart, son. And he takes the cork out, and he spends that round taking us away.
And I'm, of course, we're dreadfully sorry for what's happening here, but I feel that we are stout of heart. We will face this thing head on, and I turn towards it with my guns pointed at it for magic missiles. That is
Sweet.
somatic.
Yeah,
Excellent.
the mage gun show.
Now this creature will keep its attacks up. It'll squeeze Zhang if it can, and it'll keep trying to grab other characters, and just it's got this ferocious. It's really pissed off. Drum stopped. Roll initiative. Oh, rolled a
Oh
1.
my god! I forgot I have I forget that large creatures have a -4 to hit me.
Right.
Especially this one's super massive.
Yeah.
Well, make that -5 with the spell.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So your actions go first, and we'll start with Leto. You fire your magic missiles.
Another 23 hits.
Oh, nice. Again, sound effects are absent, but definitely
It's
Yeah.
the thought that counts.
it seems not to be. Its huge body seems to be a bit soft. Like your missiles are just punching it.
It's like hitting a ballistic gel with a BB gun.
Yeah, but it's big, and it's just big and pissed. It's still alive. Sprite.
Just moving into range to get a friggin' spell off.
All right, he's moving in. Make a dexterity check.
Okay. Anything I have to account for, like pluses or minuses?
Nope.
That is a check on my part.
Okay, there's no tentacles there in the area to grab you as you move in closer. So next round he'll be there, and his tentacles moving around. You're like, whoa. Boudica, you're
Okay.
hack and slash mode, right?
Yes,
I
I
think
am.
I think he read this in a
I think
book.
that
It's
hits.
like,
Nice. So you're in there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you get 2 attacks this round.
Okay. Let me pop off the second one real quick. Not as good, but we'll take it.
That is a hit on the fighter
Okay.
table. Yep.
mhm.
And I think that's a
Oh,
pretty good
shit.
chunk of damage to a tentacle.
Yeah, so you went for the tentacle.
Yes, I did. That's what I told Jang I'd do, is eliminate as many tentacles as possible.
Ah. Now, did you go after the tentacle that was holding Jang?
Yes. Because we're not going to risk one of our better fighters getting.
Especially the monk who kind of needs to be up close.
Nice.
Yeah, she kind of needs to be up close and personal.
Wow, 24 damage.
24. Nice.
And it takes 2 hacks, but you go through the tentacle.
Good.
And
Sever it?
yeah, the whole thing collapses. And Jang falls with it down to the ground.
Oh god, don't have to make a deck save.
You got that initiative roll, so it would have done damage to him. Yeah, good job indeed. So Zhang, you were actually spend this round collapsing and beating on the thing. You're just tied up in the tentacle and freeing yourself, basically.
Okay.
Can't really act.
Get that
Biden,
unwrapped.
you got in there deep and you're near the creature, and the creature wants to get the drummer, it seems. It's going towards the source of the sound.
I've got, I didn't think about this the other day, but because I'm longsword specialized and 9th level, I get 2 attacks a turn instead of 3 every 2.
Yeah, indeed.
So I'm going to take 2 swings at the body. Or are we past? We were doing spells. We're past spells, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Critical miss, of course.
Oh my. And
or is it a critical miss if you've got the plus
no,
2?
roll a percentage die.
Right.
Who knows? You might hit it by accident.
Yeah.
You might hit Jang. Whoops.
Hit myself and lop off my arm.
Middle of the road, 62.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. No, nothing severe. Just kind of awkward looking.
It's like I planned for that. I planned for that miss. I planned for it to bounce off.
Whiff. I'm gonna roll for these guys. Okay, the natives are in awe and kind of backed off into the jungle. Quite scared. Okay, the creature now has a tentacle cut off and it can't squeeze you, Jang. So it does not, but yet it's 1. So it has 5 more that reach out. And here we go. Zhang, what's your AC is -4. Nice.
And it's got a -1 to hit now, too, from the prayer.
Yeah. And 1 on Zhang, and then 2 on Boudica. Oh, Zhang, another tentacle grabs you.
Oh.
Roll a percentage die.
You lop one off and one.
Doesn't she need to
coming
make a
back
strength
get-
check?
All right, I meant Zhang. 1 grabs Zhang.
Yeah.
Again.
Strength check or percentage roll?
A percentage.
And that's with the -1, right, Darren?
Yeah. That's high hit dice.
79 on this one.
Grabs your lower body again, lifts you up, goes to squeeze you. And but your hands are free. In Boudica, there's 1 attacking you.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's a miss. And then it has 2 more with claws. I think it had 8 attacks originally. Oh wow. Jeez, eh? Roll 20 is like a fickle mistress. 3, 2, 1. So
Blast off, shoots into space.
indeed. So the creature, 2 of its tentacles get tangled up. So rather than having 5 attacks with tentacles, which are very dangerous, and then 2 with claws, and once those claws drag you toward the beak you can tell does wicked damage. If it can grab you and bite you in half or swallow a halfling. But one of the main claws are tentacles, and one of the lesser ones got tangled, and they'll spend next round ineffective. That's done. That's done.
I
All right.
could have made us all look like trees. I just realized that.
Little
Mass morph could have turned us all into trees. As an illusion.
All right, next round. This creature is actually spewing blood and gore everywhere. It's kind of beat up.
All
It's
right.
done some damage to it, but it's still very dangerous.
Would you like to know how I'm going to kill this thing?
Are you gonna polymorph it?
Do tell, Leto.
I wish I'm not going to try polymorphing it. I produce forth an ancient and trusty weapon from the sleeve of my mage's robe. I pull out the wand of lightning bolts, and I'm preparing to cause a flicker of flashing light across the beast.
Zap.
You gonna zap it to death?
Wow. Sprite.
And I'm well within range, Darren. I was checking that.
Oh yeah. And Sprite, you moved up, and you're in range. You're in there with the tentacles, so you're can be attacked.
I'm within range to actually
Doesn't
get my
quite.
chromatic orb out.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm gonna be casting chromatic orb.
Zzz. And Boudica.
Yeah.
And I'm still going slashy slashy.
It's like,
I'm gonna try to free Jang again.
yeah, Jang. Now you're gripped and your hands are free again, Jang. You're like, damn it. You lift it up. Oh, you can feel it squeezing.
Instead of trying to attack back this time with the tentacles, she's going to try and get a whip on the body, see if she can get it bleeding.
You're too far. The tentacle has you lifted up.
I can't get anywhere near the body.
No.
Okay, and I'll just try and hit the tentacle, see if I can get a wound on it too. Then, if I don't end up with my head in the sand again, my hair is going to need a really good wash after this.
Gwyden.
My turn.
Yes, sir. Declaring our actions.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. I still had a 100 dice roll. I'm body blows. I'm hitting the body again.
Going in deep.
I'm not gonna miss this time.
Hey, this creature is ferocious now. It's pissed, and you see Kalen. He seems kind of petrified, looking at you, Leto. We're gonna die. It's finally gonna happen.
Not today, my friend. It's a.
What do you mean?
We're gonna kill this thing.
You've angered the god.
If it's the same god I'm thinking of.
He looks at you sideways.
Is it really a god if it bleeds?
And, well, that wasn't much of a speech, Jim. I'll give you a +10 charisma roll.
What? I'm getting ready to do this.
I know.
I'm sort of backing you up here. Is it a god if it really bleeds?
I stand by that. Make your roll.
Oh my god, Darren.
Ring with a +10, great.
Right? And
you were just barely.
Yeah, man. It's like that Aliens movie. Have you guys seen that scene? He goes, we're all fucked, man. We're fucking dead.
Let's nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
And then Ripley snaps him out of it, slaps him around, right?
Yeah, I say, listen.
Go ahead and believe.
Take a swig of that rum and get into this. We're going to kill this thing, and you're going to help us.
How? What do we do? We're all going to die.
You got a drum in front of you?
It's bleeding. And if that drum can do anything, it could maybe neutralize this while we go in for the kill. And your people will be free.
He nods. And he starts going again, and the rhythm starts to rhythm down to the sand.
We're basically just like, be moral support, motherfucker.
Hey, but you spend now. You can decide to do that. I guess you kind of do it for this round, Jim.
What? Okay, fine. Yeah, it's handy.
Hold-
And then
hold off death
as
for-
I'm doing this, jiving with the beat, I pull out the wand. I'm gonna get ready.
Light it up like a Christmas tree.
And initiative.
All right.
Two.
You want to go for that? I'll take care of it if you. Nope. Good.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Let's have Wyden roll the
Nice.
6. Yes. Let's,
There's what we have you around for.
And you see the drums start up again. Thump, 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 thump. And we'll start with Sprite.
all right. I'm gonna do my chromatic orb. The Sapphire for paralysis. He needs to make a saving throw versus paralysis, or it is subjected to a d20 per round.
That's probably a save. This thing has 12 hit dice.
If not, either way, it will take 1d8 damage.
Okay, roll 1d8. It made it save.
8 damage.
Oh, nice. And it
Did you see-
shrinks and twists. Yeah, he is. He's a fighter illusionist. And no,
You see him just summon a sapphire orb right next to it.
nice.
It resists the effect, but still takes the damage.
Boudica, you're in there. Hacking
Yeah.
away.
She got some.
Right here.
She got some real nice blue light next to her.
Okay.
That's
That's 15. And I believe since I'm proficient and such a high level ranger, I
Hmm.
get 2 attacks per round. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
you guys are doing damage. You're in there.
Mm-hmm.
Work.
So yeah, 15 and 13. I'm pretty sure the 15 hits. I'm not so sure about the 13.
We shall see.
That is a hit. Fighter
Wow,
table.
shit.
You're swinging for the fences here.
17 damage.
Well,
Nice.
and
Nice.
I'm gonna say that at least that tentacle that's holding Jang is submitted to some severe damage, if not hacked.
Oh, the tentacle. Oh, it's chopped. Again.
Good.
Jag is now plummeting to the ground
And
again.
you realize the body takes different damage than the tentacles. The body has its own core damage. Now that's 2 tentacles severed, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Shah! And Jang, once again, you're unfolding yourself from a tentacle. And I'll give you a +10 dexterity check to see if you can actually act next round. Or if you're tied up by
Okay.
3 tons of, what should we put? Squid?
And so
Calamari?
which 2 tentacles are bound up this round?
One large one with hooks and a minor one.
Okay.
With a 28, I'm going to say no, and I'm face down, head in the sand, and got a hair full of sand and slime. And this is not going to help my complexion in the morning.
Or maybe it will.
A real
I've
good
heard.
exfoliation of sand, I guess. Yeah, maybe it will.
Gwyden.
Yep.
I've heard
Swing
squid
it.
blood is good for the skin.
This
Swinging
thing
away.
is pretty hurting, yeah.
Ooh, crit.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Taste the pain bow.
I've never heard that in my life.
Yeah, it's criddles. Taste the pain bow.
What's it? Criddles?
Criddles. Like Skittles.
That's even better. All right. Well, that's okay. Roll percentage die. That's brilliant. And describe your action. This is almost like you jumped in its mouth.
I'm swinging at the softest, juiciest part of this ant. With
Well,
my-
you're
with
getting
my
under
arms.
it. Make a dexterity check
All right.
as you drive your sword hilt deep into some sort of gooey innard.
Yeah, I didn't make the dexterity check, but
This thing shudders and dies and falls on you.
Oh, it falls on top of you.
doing 3d6 damage.
Yeah.
It kills you post-mortem.
And you're just covered in lobster slime.
He
Squid
slimed me.
kicker.
10 damage.
And this
10
creature
bludgeoning.
slides backward into the water, limply, squishily, limply.
Don't you just love when it posthumously kills you?
Well done. The giant squid is finished.
And he left a couple of tentacles on the beach.
Can you guys stand up? Holy.
I'm gonna be starting collecting blood for potions and alchemy stuff.
And I turn to Kalen, and I say,
Who knows? Maybe calamari later.
Give me that drum.
"The god the champion of the god lays dead." And
Was it really-
sorry that so many people had to die because of it, and hopefully now some of these people can find peace. And I hear that you've heard of our mutual friend Captain Vama. I'd like to speak with you about him.
You know Vama.
I know the story of Vama. It's a bit of a long story, but
I hear it involves an eye being plucked out by a raven.
Ah. And you guys see there's a lonely figure on the beach about 150 feet away. And he's one of the lone sacrifices.
and so
And he's on his knees, kind of looking at everything. And this creature slid backwards silently into the water, into the depths. And he just watched it go. And he's looking at you guys now.
I'm gonna turn to Kalen quick and say, "Is he gonna try to kill us?" I thought we saved his life, unless he wanted to be sacrificed.
Give him a minute. Maybe he'll come to his senses. If not, I can send him somewhere.
He's on his knees and he's looking around a bit awkwardly. And he
Does he-
finally finds what he's looking for, and he reaches into the water and pulls it up, and it's a dagger.
Is he gonna perform some voodoo?
No,
No, that dagger?
no. Oh my god. Oh god.
Dagger.
Can we call out to him? You know, be like, "Come on over, friend. Everything's fine now."
And you understood some of the language they were chanting and singing earlier, but you
And
can't speak it.
Was it for the dagger?
No,
Oh,
no. Hold on, give me 1 minute.
okay. All right, gang. We need to get that dagger.
Hopefully without killing him, but yes, we gotta get that dagger.
Yes.
I'm sorry, who has the dagger?
There is
Right now, some random sacrifice.
Yeah, it was the guy who almost was sacrificed, but he did a crazy dance thing, got out of the way in time. And so, yeah, he's just off kind of northeast of where you guys are on the beach there. He's
This guy right here?
Yeah,
So
we're
he
gonna try and get it without killing him.
depending on what Darren tells me, I think we might be able to get him to just give it to us.
I mean, I could one the guy.
I don't think that's a good idea. We don't want to. We don't want anything crazy happening.
Okay, what do you
All
do?
right, sure.
You guys have one action. What do you want to do?
Okay,
He
what are
finds
you
this
gonna-
item in the water, and he lifts it up, and he looks at it, and you can see the glint of sunlight off a blade, and it's made from coral.
Were you going to tell me what they were chanting, Darren?
No, actually, they were chanting the name of this creature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Say a nook. Say a nook.
All right. I say
Stand up.
I'm going to start moving towards him, and I'm going to call him and say, "Friend, you are fine, but we must talk."
In what language?
I'll try common, and if that fails,
Plus 10 charisma check.
looking at my other languages.
Anyone else want to try something?
That doesn't work.
You have one round. Everyone can. You see, he stands up with this blade, and he turns toward the water.
Oh shit! I have a highly decorative dagger that I can.
No, okay. He's
I'm
gonna
gonna
try
run straight up and try and stop him from getting in the water. If that means I got to put him in a chokehold and put him to sleep, that's the first thing I'm going to be doing.
Mhm.
Yeah, Sprite's gonna be like, "How about a trade?"
Is the feeling he wanted to be sacrificed?
I think he's gonna try to give the dagger to the goddess. We need to stop him.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
And I think I'm the only one that can make that distance and still put him in a sleeper hold.
Hold up, I might have a spell that might help us.
Your spell could get there faster than me, but
I'd
Still
try
got
to
I've got hypnotic
a
pattern.
dexterity check and stab myself or something.
I've got hypnotic pattern. I can do that.
All right. So let's make a initiative roll.
Yeah, I'll try and rush at him and like subdue him if that helps. But
He was quite a ways away.
Who wants to chance this? Who wants to roll a 6?
Gwiden.
I got this.
Yeah.
Immediately rolls a 5.
Oh,
Never mind.
he got it.
Gwyn gets 1,000 XP.
That's amazing.
And yeah, you run up, and you guys, that was a big die roll because he
We're
just
central.
turned, and you could see there was a power emanating from this item he was holding, this dagger.
Grapple, hypnotic
And
pattern.
went forward, and he's going to run right into the water. And weird thing was, it didn't slow him down. Like when he entered the water and he started to kick with his knees and whatnot, he should have slowed, but he just went like a sprinter. But amazingly enough, not quite quick enough for Zhang, who is one of the fastest people you guys have ever met.
Mhm.
And like a bullet, she just darts into the water and tries to grapple him in a chokehold. So make your attack. Does no damage, right? And then he makes a... you have the same effect. If you hit, actually, you grab him, and he has to try to fight off, right? So Zhang, like a bullet, just launches in the water. And he was,
While he's grabbing him, the
Yeah, I think-
illusionist is casting hypnotic pattern above the sacrifice.
Unless he's got some really good armor class, that one hit. Which I can't see headhunters having that great without any actual armor on.
No, man. No, you're right. That is a hit. So you grab him. You jump and you tackle him.
Yeah.
Now, the hypnotic pattern may hit both of you.
Okay.
It's it's in a 30 by 30 area.
A maximum of 24.
So both of you make saving throws.
Yep. And this is a spell?
It is a spell.
Okay, so I
If not, you just stand there fascinated about a thing.
Okay, this guy fails. So you
He goes-
tackle him.
She essentially just tackles him and he starts going limp, looking up.
And Zhang, we'll see if you actually are hypnotized as well.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I got a +2 on that for the wisdom. 15, I believe, does it? Actually, it'd be 16 with my ring.
Yep.
Okay, so you're fine.
Yeah, 12 was what I was after. So good.
Yeah. So you're fine. It's just the
and-
guy goes limp in your arms and just like looks up at this weird
Well, you actually have to sit there and physically make your hand. You have to sit there and do it.
yeah,
maintain.
I'm just standing there doing some
And
weird
that-
gestures.
you know what,
and nothing.
everybody? This is one of the only spells. There's no verbal component.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we learned that in the Tower of the Heavens.
Yeah, you just see
Yeah,
bright
yeah.
weird gestures with some incense and
And I just close my
hypnotic
eye.
pattern.
Hypnotic pattern, illusionist
Yep.
spell.
And as long as you keep it going to the next round, he
As long
doesn't
as
get
you
a chance
want.
to break. Well, no,
Yeah.
he doesn't get a chance to break my my chokehold. He passes out next round.
Oh yeah.
I'm
So
essentially just waving incense and a
and he's
crystal
quite a
ball.
hulking brute, this young warrior savage guy. You were impressed that that move he did to survive earlier was amazing. I rolled a 1 actually. He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He actually did like
Honest-
22 hit points damage to this creature before.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, and then slipped out, and then he was just evading everything. So anyway, he's down, and he's out and everything, and just completely bedazzled.
We need the dagger.
I'll grab the dagger from his limp hand and then slowly drag him back up onto the beach.
Oh, and the
Yeah.
If he wakes
daggers.
As long as he doesn't, if he wakes up, he's still gonna be looking at it too.
Well, no, I have to drag him out of the area to get him back up on the beach. We were in the water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well done, you guys. You pull back, and Kalen has stopped drumming. He's standing up watching with his mouth agape somewhat. And, oh, the creature. You defeated it. Amazing. Oh, I fear, though. The savages, they will not fear me no more. Ah. Well, come back. You have a new
Have you
friend,
heard
I
of a
see.
town-
The savages
of a town
won't
called
accept
Hommlet?
him back. He's a sacrifice.
Oh,
Have you heard of a
Ah.
town called Hommlet?
if you want, Kalen, we can bring you from this place. But of course, we'll need to talk to you about why we're here.
You know, we could offer you room and board in exchange for work.
Why are you here?
Well, that again comes back to our friend Captain Vama and the reason why I brought you that nice bottle of rum there. You see, we are friends of his brother-in-law, and we are looking for the woman that Vama married, as well as her sisters. And we found our way to this place through a portal. And strangely enough, we have this map, and we'll show him the map, and say that there's only a few things that we know of. We know of the bitch Brynnia, and we know that Vama has disappeared. And he's got a price on his head. And he mentioned you and how he would sometimes bring you supplies. And that was what brought us here. And now we need your help, for we don't really know where to look. All we have is this map with the shipwreck, which we plan to go to now.
Ah, the singing cliffs.
I'm gonna
Brunea.
arcana that dagger real quick while he's doing this interaction.
Right?
Intelligence. Any modifiers?
Yeah, this one's a tricky one, unless you have knowledge of like aquatic features and some sort of. If you're a cleric, you would know more.
No, alchemy, weaponsmithing, and enchanting.
Boudica,
Yes.
you're there as well, and looking at the item. You're plus 10. Boudica's plus 5.
Okay.
Wisdom
Plus
or
5 knowledge check.
intelligence or wisdom check, yeah.
Whichever it is, I made it.
I know nothing.
Nice.
Jon Snow knows more than you do.
I believe we know about the same about windmills, though.
It's the Leviathan
'cause-
dagger. This unusual magical blade.
Wait a second, that sounds familiar to me.
Oh yeah.
I know it quite. I think I
It's
know a
a-
dwarf who once used that.
Yeah, it's a flame-shaped and glows green in the dark. Can be used for light source. Its handle of
know what the-
ivory is carved in the likeness of a sounding whale. The steel tail flukes serve as crosspiece, while the whale's mouth holds a pummel, a large pearl. It's clearly a
Mm.
powerful item.
In an alternate universe, I think I knew a dwarf once who won't use that.
Got it. It seems at least plus 2 dagger.
That'd be better
Against
than my
sea
current dagger.
creatures, it's +4. However, this is a special artifact item.
Would
Yeah,
sea
it's-
creatures include like could?
All sea creatures.
Okay.
This is a item that was meant to fight against evil sea creatures, and it's held by I forget his name. Fuck. I have to look at my book.
Well, obviously that's why this this bitch Brynja wanted it, as well as this evil goddess, right? She knows that this dagger could do a lot of damage towards her and her people.
Oh yeah. Zune Quag was an agent that was looking for this dagger big time.
Yeah.
And he
Anyone need a
tracked.
replacement dagger? This one seems powerful.
Yeah.
There's more to this dagger, actually.
We'll have to analyze. You'll have to analyze that some in the next little while. Now, you
Yeah.
said it was coral and ivory?
Oh yeah, beautifully sculpted into this weird. It's not made from any steel.
Leto, don't you identify?
Yep. I didn't take it today, but we can do it tomorrow.
Yeah,
Don't you have a once per day thing you can do?
Not yet.
Oh,
He
that's
has,
not
to, he
yet.
has to select it for a spell.
Yeah.
Alright.
No, it's but I mean I can easily do it tomorrow, sort of deal, or after the next
Mhm.
rest.
Yeah.
But yeah, we should get it away from
Here.
the
Yeah, get it as far away from the water as we can.
and does yeah, that's a good idea, Scott. What would Kalen know about this?
Ah, Vama. He had that. And he brought it here to hide it. He took a boat across, and he points across the atoll over to the Singing Cliffs, and he didn't come back.
Oh, he went there and didn't come back.
No, but the dagger. Where
Well, at
did
least
they-
we know in the general direction of where he was.
Yeah. But that is the thing. Be careful. All the evil sea creatures seek it, sense it. Brynja. She lives over there, he points across the way.
To the cliffs?
Yeah.
I'm assuming also an evil sea creature? Alright.
Yeah, who is what can he tell us about Brynja? Brynja.
Ah. I fear her. A powerful spirit of the deep. Evil spirit of the deep. Seeks death. And sees death. Very powerful.
Oh, she
And-
seeks death?
No, she's how does he put it? Well, she kills with a glance.
Perhaps some sort of Medusa.
Evil gaze type
Yeah.
weapon. That makes things difficult.
But she has allies.
In the water?
No, they reside in the cliffs. They fly.
Does the dagger protect you from the gaze of this person?
I know not.
We will know more once Leto, gets around to preparing his spells.
Mm-hmm. And what does Kalen think about what we will find on the map, where it says 10 fathoms deep or whatever?
Yeah, when he's not chasing
Ah.
skirts.
I'm not sure. He looks at the map and he goes,
I can...
yeah, the Singing Cliffs. That's where Brynja, her lair is. And he points toward the Solaris. And he shrugs. That was my ship. I crashed here. My ship sunk. My crew were killed.
Oh, so you
And-
were the captain of said vessel.
Yes.
Was there anything left on there that you needed retrieved?
I need nothing from there. I wish to live in peace. But now things have changed. You've defeated the god. The Isle of Dread to the north, where these savages come from. A strange place.
Is it really a god if it bleeds, though?
It's a god to the savages. It's more powerful than they could have hoped to have killed by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you've heard of a town called Hommlet, we can bring you back to civilization.
I
I
want to
say-
stay here. This is my home.
Is
If he
there a
wants to
way?
stay here, we really do need to get rid of that that spirit of the deep on the other side of the lagoon.
Brunea.
Otherwise, he'll never be at peace here.
I
Mhm.
fear she is the one who may have killed Bama and his sisters.
Damn.
For now, I'm still ruling out that he's still alive.
Yeah. Well, there's
From what I've heard,
always a
he's a
chance.
ruthless. He's a ruthless one.
Well, I'm gonna tell him my plan. I'll say, listen, I have the power to have us walk in the water so that nothing can come in and hurt us. What we're
Nice.
planning to do is to walk from the point at the top of this little island down to where it says 10 fathoms deep, and then we'll come up on the other side. We'll see what's down there, and then we're gonna go towards the Singing Cliffs.
Nice, yeah, and that creates that sphere, right?
Yeah, and if you
Wow.
know of anything that can help us in this fight against Brynja, other than that her gaze can kill, we would gladly
shit.
take it.
I've got the braces of swimming and climbing, so I can.
She is a
Help with that.
favorite of the lobster goddess.
Mm.
Beware, she can summon things. Talks to the creatures of the deep. You have killed our defeated lurker. And he looks again and shudders. Amazing.
I mean, if we,
That
we could
creature
tell-
may be back, though, but there are others she may summon. Watch for that. In your sphere, well, it should work. The creatures can breach it.
Hmm. As we found out that this one jumped
Oh.
on land.
Giant crabs or something could easily walk in this sphere.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard they go well with butter.
There's some crab meat. So I'm gonna wrap up this session, guys.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are gonna get ready to assault this Singing Cliffs in
If we want
Brunea
to-
and avenge or rescue, depends, the daughters. And you're bringing
Hopefully.
the dagger. No, and you haven't attuned to it yet. It's a artifact item, guys.
Yeah. What
You
I'm
really recognize that it's like a powerful god sent and blessed item.
Which one of us wants to wield said item? Like, who's got proficiency with daggers and wants to actually wield something? So,
I've only got darts and staves.
what about you, cleric?
And right now it's +2 and +4 against aquatic creatures. And there's
Yes.
other things it does, clearly.
What I'll do, Darren, is if we're going to take a bit of a rest to regain our spells and stuff, even if we have to go back to Hommlet, I'll definitely take the identify as what I'll do tomorrow morning before we set out, and then actually figure out exactly what this dagger is.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, it would be an upgrade for my +1 dagger.
And the whoever's holding the dagger, what's your alignment?
Lawful neutral? Yeah. I'm in the neutral space.
Yeah, when I was handling it, I'm lawful good, so I handled it as well.
Okay, because if you guys know the old system, there's items that have
Mhm.
egos and intelligence and abilities.
It might
Uh,
not work
sentient-
as well with someone who isn't good or something.
Isn't
I mean, I was the
similar
one
to the
who-
alignment of the intelligence.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna work on this, and for now, you guys just held the dagger and looked at it and kind of checked it out, and you could tell though it was a special item. It wasn't made from steel, as I said. It's made like this beautiful coral. And I've actually been in Europe in some museums where I've seen coral, like hand baskets and stuff with blades coming up, and it's really weird. But anyway, this one is gorgeous, and it seems to want to feel comfortable or not. We'll see. A couple rules.
I mean, which one of us wants to wield it is the question.
And you guys are gonna walk over there under this bubble and head in there and assault it? That's cool. Now you're not sure what she
definitely
has for this abode, her lair, and what kind of minions she has and whatnot. And he mentioned this death gaze,
Yeah.
which
I just
scares
hope
you.
Let's just hope we don't have to avenge Vama. I don't want to break to Ian that, oh, your NPC, your character.
No.
You know that guy you had once? Yeah, in our current campaign, he's dead.
Yeah. Former character. All right, guys. Thanks for playing. I'm gonna pause it there. And
Wasn't he a bartender at one point?
Possibly. But anyway, thanks for playing, everyone. I'm gonna make some
Thank you.
dinner and whatnot and work on this. He was actually. You'll understand what he was gonna do when he was gonna run into the water. By the way, once you tune the weapon.
Yeah.
Once
so,
once he comes conscious, Zhang's gonna talk with him and stuff, because she's really impressed with the amount of dexterity and strength he had to get out of the way of that. And
Don't
see
you
if she
have
can. What's
you have
that?
the ability to understand different languages, don't you?
no, that's me.
Not yet. Not yet, right?
Yeah.
Eventually.
I don't think I do yet. No.
No.
Do we get some experience for this session, Darren?
Oh yeah. Actually, for that giant squid, that thing was a 12 hit die monster.
Who knows? I might level from this.
I do have read languages.
And the
So you can
Leviathan dagger.
The
That's
real question is, who wants to wield it?
The other question is, who does it want to wield it?
92,000.
92,000?
Yeah.
Divide that by what?
5. So
Yeah, 5.
8,400 each.
8,400? I'm probably not
What's
gonna
that one
level
once
from
again?
that.
18,400 each.
18,400. Okay. I might not level, but let's see. If I can open up my calculator. Start menu does not want to work. Calculator.
Yeah, and I'll probably be active in the next couple days on Facebook, just kind of pushing some stuff out. If anyone wants to do some role playing and stuff and flesh this out, because
Oh,
I
for
kind
sure.
of free rolled this a little bit.
Yeah, no problem. Actually, I would with Zhang and that guy. If Vama says he's going to be an outcast here, and Zhang just choked him out, might as well be there smiling at him when he wakes up.
True. Yeah. Are you okay? Yeah, indeed. This guy, and he seems like he stood out. Yeah, definitely. And I have an idea for that, how that played, because I made that roll and I thought, if he makes this, and he rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Perhaps you could recruit him for your monastery.
If either
Or
that,
do you
or if
wanna
he
go
wants to be a
to-
warrior, I'll take him on as a henchman. Or
That's
we'll
a
see
good
how-
call. He has really good stats. That was already
18,400?
if either way, we'll play that out at some point in the next day or two there, Darren,
Cool.
and roll some dice, see what happens.
yeah, that'll be fun. All right, guys, thanks. I'm gonna get some dinner and stuff. I'd actually been going since about 6:30 this morning.
It sounds good, Darren. That was an awesome session.
Yeah,
Just
indeed.
let
Sounds great.
Oh, good work, you guys did well.
Mhm.
That is fun.
Have a good night, everybody. We'll see. Are you thinking of running one Sunday, Darren?
Yeah, we might continue this one. I'm thinking the assault on Bernia's lair, which
Okay.
is, you sense it might be like a little tunnel complex,
Mm-hmm.
and it might be underwater.
Which that spell would be helpful a lot with.
Oh yeah, I was wondering
Indeed.
how you guys are gonna do that, because it's like, shit. So,
Good thing I attuned to those braces of swimming and climbing.
oh indeed, yeah, those are wicked.
Scurried up a tree.
Dive in the pool.
Yeah.
Right on. Thanks, everyone. I'm glad
Have
you
a
had
good night,
fun.
everybody.
I had a blast.
Yeah,
Good,
same
Darren.
here.
See ya.
I'm gonna be on for a bit. I gotta prep for a Monday game I get as a player.
Nice. Well, I'm going to hop off. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
gonna hop off too.
Yep.
See y'all later.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.